Okay, and it would appear we are live. Hi everyone, I am the Sarcastic Sloth, and welcome to my live stream. Oh, bloody hell. I'm not going to lie, I am a bit bloody tired today. So, however long this will last, I'm not sure, but we will see. Let the chat fill up a little bit. First, here's Shanoa. I haven't spoken to her all day. How's it going? Did you get to one of the monsters yet, or what? No monkey tail beard. No, I looked that up, man. That was fucking hanging. I couldn't believe that. That was pretty revolting, wasn't it? How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling after the weekend? Are we good on this Monday? Kelly's Corner, hello. Smudge, lots of sloths. How are you doing? How's your back today? Devon Dennison, how are you doing? What is going on in the group? How are we feeling today? Like I said, I might be a bit tired today because I worked out again for the first time in a while. So I'm going to try and just be a bit more with it because I've noticed my energy levels have been pretty shit recently. So I think if I get something like that in order first, and also summer's coming up, and I want to look good and just be vain. Let's have a look here. Shanoa, don't mention that monstrosity beauty. That was yeah, those monkey tail beards are weird. That Hard Rock Nick guy with that beard that I posted, Jesus Christ, I don't know what on earth was going through that dude's mind. Probably lots of crack, I would imagine, but I can't say for sure. Hey everyone, Beauty Heathen. I had to. It's my job to take the piss, of course. Ms. Mavera, greetings everyone. Hello, how are you? How was your weekend? How are you doing? How are we feeling? Why do I keep saying the corner bit? I strained my back today. Love that for me. Everyone's having back troubles at the moment. I don't know what is it the season for it? Has everyone else got dodgy backs at the moment? I'm waiting for mine to go out from the looks of it. Is it the same as usual, Kelly, or is it a new back issue? Because that wouldn't be fun either. Doing great. Moon in Cancer and making me an emotional wreck. I'm not very good with all of that stuff, but I mean, if you're not feeling good, then that's what is it like anything in particular, or are you just finding like things are just setting you off left, right, and center? Bear in mind that the landscape, particularly in the drama verse and all the rest of it on YouTube, is particularly grim. So I'm not particularly surprised if anyone is feeling like that. It almost makes me not want to fucking cover any stories half the time, to be honest with you. But yeah, Ali gets real. Hi, how's it going, Ali? How are you? How are you doing today, actually? Is everything better than before? Smudge, mine's no better, no worse either. So that's something. Yeah. God, they gave you some shit. Well, the doctors, this is not just she's not just scoring some shit around the corner. But yeah, those drugs have done fuck all for you. That back's been doing your head in all week. Shanoa. Oh, she's just doing the rules. I'm sorry, Smudge. Sending you all the healing vibes, love, and prayers. Yeah, it sounds like some better pharmaceuticals might be better suited for the task. To be fair, sort this out. 2 secs. There we go. Okay. There was a new kid in my class. He's 1 year old and he's massive. I had to pick him up to change his diaper, and my hernia just said no. Well, yeah, that sounds very viable if the kid is massive in fucking capitals. I want to know how big this kid actually was now. Jesus Christ. Father versus 21-year-old son, and I feel in the middle. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Well, it's never. Um, yeah. Just anything when your family are like in any kind of turmoil. It's never going to be good on your psyche, no matter what moon it happens to be. So yeah, I don't really blame you there. But we're here on the Monday and we're just chilling and chatting. That's what we try to do. We try to keep away from all of our crazy, problems within our lives and hopefully divert to me just chatting a bit of nonsense and hopefully you guys feel a little bit better by the end of it. I try my best. Shanoa, ouch Kelly, Smudge. At this rate, I'll be heading back to the dock when my prescriptions are done. Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds pretty shit, to be honest with you. Maybe you do want to score some shit from around the corner. I don't know. Maybe that will be better for you. Although in Canada, I'm pretty sure you can just get weed from like the depository. Kelly, I actually took a picture. I'll send it to your Twitter. Oh, what of your hernia? Okay. I don't know. It might be a bit minging, but I'm also quite intrigued at the same time. Shanoa, I want a purr baby. I'm jealous now, Ali. Lol. Oh, I must have missed that. Bit better. I have the purr baby keeping me company. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense as to why Smudge is jealous of your purr babery. Yeah, if I can tell you this for free, if it weren't for Jess being around throughout the course of lockdown, I for one would have gone a lot crazier, a lot sooner. To be honest, it's like, yeah, absolutely 100%. Um, she's sort of fallen into the role of being an emotional support dog without having been prepared for being an emotional support dog for our entire family. So yeah, it's I think for a lot of people, if we didn't have our fur babies, so to speak, it definitely would have fucked with us a lot sooner. Um, I'm quite fortunate in the sense that it's sort of, I would say, maybe just before Christmas is when I started noticing. I was like, right, yeah, I'm really starting to dip now. Like, I think I need things to shake up and change a bit because I'm sick of these four walls and not being able to go too far from my front door, sort of thing. And even though I've got the beach here and everything, it's still not the same, man. Because everyone's just, I don't know, the vibes are weird. Let me just put it that way. Do, 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 do. Your poor back, Kelly. Yeah. Smudge, it's a struggle. Um, Shanoa, start downloading Arc as soon as your stream is done. I'm downloading it now, and it says 10 hours till it's done. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, Jesus. What? I'm going to sound like an old fart now, but I remember when you used to buy a game, and that was it. You just had the fucking game, and that was... You didn't have to install it. You didn't have to get updates all the fucking time. I guess it's good in one way because it fixes bugs, but it's still on another level. It's a bit like, why is it taking 10 hours? Why? That's madness. But yeah, I will do that. Shinoa, absolutely 100%. But I'm just going to leave it to download. I ain't staying up after this, to be fair. Smudge, your... Oh, no, I already read that bollocks. Catch up. Kelly of the kid. Oh, pictures of the kid, not the hernia. Yeah, that's a bit better. Although, is it? I don't know if I want to see pictures of the kid, to be honest. Don't know if I want that on my phone. Ali, oh, is this kid a bruiser, Kelly? I have got this image of just like this beast of a kid. You think you can pick me up, eh? Well, fuck that shit. Emmeline, and here I thought I was going to sleep at a reasonable time tonight. Hello, everyone. I've been getting better at going to bed earlier because I've started to get like DMs from people harassing me, so that's fucking great. 33, and I'm getting people on my ass for going to bed early. But yeah, I guess it's good at the same time. Sort of. It's not as fun though. Smudge, you're trying out Ark, Shanoa. Uh, Ms. Mavira. Why did I say Mavora? I actually say it's weird. I say I pronounce these things right first time, and then I go back to it, and then I just fuck it up. Anyway, everyone's saying hello to people. Um, Devon, back from feeding my fur babies. Hi. Ali, hey, 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 everyone's hey, 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 everyone's saying hello. Shanoa, I've played Ark for years since the beta came out, but I haven't played in a long time. Yeah, well, I'm shit at that game, man. So yeah, Shanoa's going to show me how to play that properly without killing myself trying to get the wood from punching a fucking tree. Shayna saying hello. Hello, Shayna. How are you? How was your weekend? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are we all good? Everyone's saying hello. Lots of hellos. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, doing all right. It's Monday, so as well as to be expected. Like I said, I think I'm just expecting that tomorrow. What happens when I haven't worked out in ages is the first day I'm like, I got away with that. My body doesn't feel like fucking shit. And then the next day it's like, oh, you thought you got away, did you? Wow, nah, fucking nah. And then yeah, you just end up walking around like a T-Rex with your arms just like, oh. Ali, if it weren't for the panorama, I'd still be a nanny. Oh, Panorama. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you're doing. I'd still be a nanny because Panorama's a show over here. It's a TV show, and I was like, "Well, I didn't know you watched Panorama. That's pretty random." Yeah, yeah, it's just shaking everything up, hasn't it? I mean, I'd still have my job, even though well, actually, I'd have liked to hope that I actually got a different job by now. But yeah, I'd still have been working throughout the course of that time instead of being forced to um, hole up, I guess. Kelly and I will keep on doing it. You need to sleep more and earlier. Yeah, well, you weren't the only one, Kelly, to be fair. On that night, I actually had like 5 people in total DM me, and I was like, this is getting a bit weird. Is this coordinated bullshit now? But yeah, I know it comes from a nice place. Smudge, I've never died as much as I have on this map in Ark. I don't think he knows what sleep is anymore. I'm not the best at sleep. Do you know what, right? I used to wake up at 6 in the morning and go to bed probably between 10 and 11, maybe 12 if I was feeling a bit crazy when I work, because I go into work mode then. But then when I stopped working, I went back into early 20s. My brain is that of a night owl. But when I was in my early 20s, what I would do is if I got to say about like 4 o'clock, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll stay up and just go to sleep the next night. And then sometimes that would turn into like maybe 3 days or 4 days or something like that. Although I will admit, that wasn't always just because I was, it wasn't all just left up to me. Let me put it that way. Yeah, uni was a blast, man. Shayna, I'm doing well, thank you. Well, good, Shayna, good. I'm glad that you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well all the time. Shanoa, which map smudge? Shayna, I feel that. I need to work out though. Yeah, it's again, I used to work out really basically anything the panorama has when that's come along, then that has just like taken any semblance of order that I had, and motivation is hard as well. Like you probably even noticed for my videos, like for the first half of the videos that I was doing last year, I like a bit more pep, and everything was a bit more, tried a bit harder, and and then yeah, now I just don't have the fucking energy at all. Although I will say I am talking how I would do normally in real life, but I remember, yeah, when I first started, I was a lot more like, hey, welcome to my video, and now I'm like, yeah, let's just do this video, yeah. Which could be good, it could be bad. I've yet to decide yet. Well, people are here, so I guess it's not that bad, maybe. Do, 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 do. But yeah, I mean, with the working out, it's just it's always easier when the weather's nicer as well. It's always easier, like working out in the winter, especially like because I all my stuff is in my parents' summer house, so it gets fucking cold in there during the winter. So you're like, all the weights and the barbells and stuff like that. You like when you take your hands off them, they're like completely bright red, and you're like, oh my god, I can hardly feel anything in my bloody hands. Um, the center Shinoa. Oh, that must be the map. Shinoa, that's a tough one too. Yeah, the megalodons keep killing me. Okay, I don't do it often. Just when you mention how tired you are and you won't get off Twitter. I know, but all the interesting shit happens when I'm supposed to be in bed. Like, that's the most annoying thing. Um, but yeah, I know everyone means well. I'm bad for telling him to go to sleep too. Like, a lot of people are, but like I said, it's not a bad thing. Hello, Beauty said to come harass you. Oh, cool. Well, I'm gonna that is her MO at the end of the day. But yeah, how's it going, Dev? How you doing? How was your weekend? How you doing? How you feeling? How are we? In and of yourself. Smudge is saying hello. Everyone's saying hello to Dev. Another Dev arrives. Hey, Dev End. Yeah. Oh my god. You can start like some kind of crew. I relate to that. Um, I'm a bit behind here, aren't I? I relate to that. I've been having trouble finding the energy to do things. Yeah, I don't have the energy, and it's not like I'm not eating or anything like that. But yeah, just everything's a bit like I don't know, because when I was younger, I used to have a thing where like um I could go into like sort of fuck everything, man. Everything's pointless. It's all shit, sort of thing. So I'm hoping, because it took a long time for me to sort of rewire my brain out of that. And this is like when I was in my early 20s and I just found out about the Fabry disease. So I was very much like, everything's bollocks, bro. What's the point in anything? Like, it's all random. Like, so yeah, I'm hoping my brain isn't sort of coming back to that line of thinking again, because I'm finding my energy levels are sort of similar to that. But maybe it's just down to the fact that I haven't been like I haven't been able to do anything that I would usually do to distract myself, i.e., go around skating and surfing and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's probably got something to do with it, I would imagine. The warmer it gets, the more I'm thinking about going back to jam skating. Jam skating, I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting. Let me know what jam skating is. Xylee says hello. Everyone's saying hello to Xylee. How are you, Xylee? How's it going? How you doing? Dev, it's snowing. How are you, dear? Yeah, I'm all good. It's not snowing. So I'm fucking sick from the sounds of it. Yeah, it's yeah, I've been getting a bit of a tan the last couple of days, so I can't identify with that, I'm afraid. But yeah, man, it's fucking like April. I couldn't even imagine it snowing now. That's so crazy. But yeah, I imagine that you either like North America or Canada, I would imagine. And if that's the case, that seems pretty regular from what I'm told from my Northern American Canadian counterparts. It snowed here yesterday, Dev. Thankfully, it's all gone today. Dev, friggin' cold. I thought it was spring. Yeah, it is everywhere else. Shayna, I hope not too. I struggle myself. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm not going back to nihilistic ways, but yeah, it's yeah, like you say, it's sort of, you know, it's been a year now. It's been a year. I can definitely do with a fucking change of scene. And seeing as I've had my second shot, and I think I'm going to be out of the you've got to wait a certain amount of time afterwards, relatively soon, then yeah, I can't wait to actually go back and see my mates in my hometown and fucking talk to some humans like face to face. That would be cool. That aren't my parents, or the delivery guy. um, Evening all, here's Terence, the bastard. No, how's it going, Terence? How you doing, mate? How you feeling? How you doing? Everyone's saying hello to Terence. Ali, roller skating to good jams. Oh, well, yeah, that's basically what I do. But well, skateboarding. I've got like a carver skateboard, so you're able to generate your own momentum like you would do a surfboard. So what I would always do is I just go like skating everywhere, and well, that's what's great as well, because if you're nosy like me, then you're always going to come across some mad shit if you're like, skating back, well, back where I used to live in Cardiff. And yeah, I used to I used to love that. You're like skating along and you hear like, you'll never listen to me, and then you like just stop and you're like, oh shit, I'm just gonna sit down on this bench and well, I used to smoke back then. I'd be like, have a cigarette and just listen to these people kicking off at each other, and that'll be my entertainment. And then I'll skate off somewhere else and go get an ice cream or something. All the while whilst listening to tunes. Maybe some lo-fi or something like that. Lo-fi beats. How goes it? Yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. No worries, no worries. Just enjoying the fact that it's not snowing. Devin, to put it simple, jam skating is like is like a funky roller skate version of figure skating. Oh, that sounds even more impressive. Just jamming out on wheels. That sounds really cool. Yeah, well, I can definitely identify to that. That was like my favorite thing to do, really, because my mates would be like, they'd know that during the day, like they can like text me in that, but like I'm probably not going to message back until maybe about, well, either until I've knackered myself out or like early evening sort of thing, because yeah, had to get my innings in, otherwise I would just go mad. So yeah, being inside, and also my previous job was all outdoors, so this is about as much indoors that I've been able to fucking stand for a long time. It's pretty wild. Natasha is mad that Sloth shaved his beard. Okay. um, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say to that. Um, I'm thinking she's saying that like I don't have a great face. That's all I can really say. So cheers for that, Natasha. Maybe. Smudge. At least it isn't a monkey tail. Yeah, those are fucking heinous. Do 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 do. Terence lol. I'm gonna have to add that bastard. Well, it's just jumped then. Bastard thing to my Twitter at some point. Yeah, do it, man. Do it. Free of charge. You don't have to, don't have to thank me or anything for that, mate. Shanoa, yes, you need to. Terence, Shayna, I've only been skating at a skating palace. Well, that sounds fucking fancy. A skating palace? What? What does that mean? We call them skate parks over here. I've never heard of a skating palace. That sounds snazzy. Devon, I looked up the monkey tail beard. That's wild. It is. It is. Um, Natasha, men shouldn't be allowed to shave their beards. Okay. Well, at the end of the day, it is, here it is summer. I'm not gonna just like have a tan like this. So I'm not here to appease your beard fanceries, to be honest, Natasha. But yeah, feel free to bitch about it when we're playing Left 4 Dead next. No, not Left 4 Dead, Dead by Daylight. Oh man, Left 4 Dead was such a good game. God, those beards are horrendous. The Hard Rock Nick beard was the best one. That one was wild. I was so funny as well because like I was like, I wonder if people are going to take this seriously when I say, "Oh, I'm thinking I might get this." But yeah, it's Jesus, some people walk around with some mad shit on their face, don't they? Shanoa, my husband doesn't grow enough facial hair to have a normal beard. Yeah, well, mine goes pretty wild. That's the thing. See, it's yeah, but I sort of keep it under control. Otherwise, I don't know. I sort of feel like I can tell like my mood gets the more and more down like the longer the beard gets. But I can't fully clean shave either because that's just I don't know. It's just weird. I'm just talking about shaving my face at this point. Is that even fucking interesting? I don't know. Probably not. It's like, Dev, Sloth has jokes today. I see. What, just today? Okay, all right. um, Ali, I wish I learned how to ghost skate around the ring. Um, I'm not familiar with ghost skating, but yeah, like I've only if you're talking about like with ice skating, I've only done that like a handful of times. But it's weird, right? It's because where I live, we only really we used to have an ice rink. It's gone now, but that used to be good because it was like a massive ice rink because there was an ice hockey team there. But the only one that they have is like the Winter Wonderland now. Um, and there's so many people on there, it's just not even worth it. It's just like I don't even like going on it to be honest with you, because there's always like people just climbing at you to try and get ahead. But yeah, there's no sort of skate rink in that kind of instance. There's skate parks. We only really do deal with skate parks over here, with half pipes and all the rest. Shayna, no, you have a nice face. Shayna knows. Shayna knows. See? No, your face isn't ugly, but a beard is sexy. Um, yeah, okay. Natasha, I get very upset when Terence shaves his beards. When you got to sometimes, this is the thing. It's like, unless you just want some kind of like, you know, due to like it takes a lot of maintenance if you're gonna have one of those Viking style beards. And yeah, it's too much. It's too much hassle, man. It's too much hassle. And sometimes you always get like, Terence will probably testify to this. It's going to be points where like you shave and you fuck it up, and you just think you try to get it back, and it never quite works out. You think, fuck it, it's all going to go. So yeah, it's not as easy as everyone thinks. Just having a beard, um, definitely not. But I mean, mine's just a bit of scruff anyway. Oh, that shit will grow back in a week. Um, du-du-du-du-du-du. Oh, it's not. It's really not fancy at all. Well, it's called a palace, so that sounds pretty fancy to me. Uh, Natasha Shanoa gets it. Terence, yes, roaster sloth. um, Dev, you all had fun on DBD, and it was a good time and chat. Look forward to seeing more. To be honest, sloth. Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, I usually play with those guys. Bruce is sort of, although he did like really cane it last week, didn't he? But yeah, sort of when he pops up, sort of thing, and I happen to be on is when I'll play with Bruce, and he usually turns that into a stream. He's a ruthless little shit on that game. I'll tell you what, like you wouldn't think just from like the way he is in his videos. That's the funniest thing. He's like proper um what would be the word? He's like dead face in his videos usually, but like on that, like the way he screams and everything, it's so funny. Um and then yeah, he just like yeah, like I say, he's a ruthless little shit. There's no other way of saying it. I've said it to him, so I don't mind saying it. But yeah, uh, I'm definitely down for more. Natasha, y'all are rude as fuck and subscribing. Okay. My face, my beard, my choice. Shanoa, sure, Natasha. Smudge, don't forget to like the live. Yeah, everyone's on it. Cool. These Shano and Smudge are on the ball these days. I tell you what, Terence, I miss ice skating. Yeah, no, I haven't done that in literally probably. God, the last time I did that must have been on like a first date. It's got to be like 10 years ago. Um, At least. So yeah, I haven't been for fucking years. So I imagine I'll be like Bambi on ice if I try it again anytime soon. Um, but yeah, no, it is fun. It is a good laugh and everything. I do enjoy it. Anything like that. I mean, my balance is pretty sick anyway, just from the skating and the surfing. It's just having enough space to be able to gain your confidence. Whereas if you're on an ice rink where there's literally like 200 people on the same rink and you're just going around like this in a circle, that's not fun, man. Especially if I've got to pay like a stupid amount of money to do that too. It's like I feel like cattle right now, cattle on ice. Why am I doing this? um, Terence, see, that's what I told her. Beards need maintenance. Yeah, yeah. They don't understand, man. This is the thing, and they never will. And good job too, probably. Emmeline, I'm the weird one here. I love Vikings and Viking-looking men, but I hate beards. That's a bit of a paradox of terms, isn't it? Prefer the clean shave. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess you just mean Nordic looking in that instance. But yeah, no, I mean, it's not weird. It's, if it's your preference, it's nothing wrong with that. Terence, everyone is ruthless in DBD. Yeah, they sort well, I mean, I guess it is the name of the game, to be fair, but like, I don't know, it's just such a contrast in the way that he is usually. Um, Although wouldn't it be funny if he was playing and he just had his like video voice where it's all like really sort of level and he just never uses any emotion? That would be even freakier. Um, Terence, Shayna, I've only ice skated once and fell a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on when you first start. Um, Luckily, I mean, we had a family friend she was like my mum's friend and she used to skate and yeah, she was really good at it. So she taught us how to. But again, this was bloody years ago, man. So I'm not sure if it's sort of the same principle as riding a bike. I'm not sure if it's sort of it's you never forget. I'm not sure if maybe it takes a little while for you to get your ice legs back. Terence, no smudge, you are the only non-ruthless. Yeah, no, exactly right. Okay, let me read that out first. The only non-ruthless player I've ever met in that game, to be fair. Yeah, she's totally not ruthless. Like she just will sacrifice herself constantly, which is nice to a degree, but I would I don't know. It's just like I feel bad every single time she does it. It's she's like, well, I'll just die so everyone else can live. And it's like, what? Like the other day, I actually got annoyed at her because she just like it seemed like she just willingly killed herself off. And you're like, no, I was actually fucking coming to save you, but whatever, dude. Everyone plays the game different, I guess. Um, it hurt and it was cold. With the ice skating. Yeah, well, if you fall down a lot, then for sure. Natasha, I never ice skated in my entire life. Yeah, it's fun. It's just you should give it a knock if you can. Smudge. Well, it depends on where you live as well. I can't imagine. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't think ice rink. I mean, we don't have an ice rink near us, so it's not like it's not like an amenity that's around the place freely. Smudge, Emmeline, it depends on how well the beard is maintained. Shayna, that's exactly what the skating palace is, just in a circle. Doesn't sound as cool as I thought. Or as it sounds, I'll put it that way. Adele, hi everyone. Sorry I am late. That's cool, Adele. I mean, as long as you've turned up, that's the main thing, isn't it? How are you? How are you doing? How was your weekend? Hope everything is well. I saw that snazzy suit that you made. That was pretty cool. Um, I imagine, do you make a lot of your own stuff? Shayna, but they sell snacks. Oh, well, I mean, snacks change everything at the end of the day, don't they? There used to be this skate park where I used to live. They used to do these banging pizzas and burgers, man. I tell you what, you go skating all day and you just get so fat afterwards. It was so good. Um, Terence, hi Adele. Yeah, you just like you're like skating, like, using up all this energy, and then by the end of the day, you just got like a little food baby because you just like keep going back for pizzas and burgers and pizzas and burgers. It was so good though. It was so good. Terence, wait until you get a drunk Bruce playing LOL. What a night that was. Oh, that would be funny actually. I'll tell you what. I bet he gets a bit wild. Um, Adele saying hello. Emmeline at Smudge. All I can think of is that no, is the germs in the facial hair. Who are you knocking around with? No, I get what you mean. Sometimes, I mean, if like you I guess it's a little bit different now because with the advent of the hipster, you got a lot of dudes who they get like the beard oils and all of that kind of stuff, and they take like really good care of it. But I mean, if we're talking about like neck beard types, then fuck, dude. Then yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about in that instance. I feel like I need to do another neck beard video at some point because I haven't done that in a while, and that always makes me laugh. I like reacting to that kind of shit. Um, do, 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 do. What did I miss? Don't know. Just chatting, Devon. What did you miss? How long have you been gone? Like, that would be the deciding factor. Smudge, I learned it all from Natasha. Um, what? Natasha's the one who's usually saving everyone. So, um, Terence Smudge is who I'm standing next to during a zombie apocalypse because I know how it will turn out. Yeah, I mean, Terence, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm with you on that one, mate. To be fair, like, you know, just like I'm gonna just stand over there, will you, Smudge? Oh, I guess I'll just get eaten then. Oh, will you? Oh, well, we'll just go then, shall we? Yeah. Oh, well, okay, okay. It seems like you're all right here. No, I wouldn't leave Smudge behind in a real scenario. Um, or that's what I say now anyway. But Shayna, I don't have a preference for hair. Um, well, what you mean, like facial hair? It depends, I guess. Again, it depends on how well a person carries it off too. Because again, if it's a neck beard, then whew. Natasha, Terence is so rude. How dare you? Marcella, just popping in to say hi and give a like. Well, thank you, Marcella. It's always nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a little while, actually, to be fair. So, what's all that about, eh? What's all that about? But anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a good evening, nonetheless. Smudge, get your ass up here during the zombie apocalypse, and I will die for you, Terence. It's just too eager, too eager. I don't know. It's a bit kind of concerning actually when you think about it if you break it down. But you know, it works in the context of the game, so I'll let it be. Natasha, leave Smudge alone. Shanoa, Terence. Well, I know you who I'm sacrificing. Natasha, no, Smudge. Ali, not me digging for my skates like I might be at the rink again. Well, you should dig for your fucking skates and go to the rink again, or somewhere that hasn't got such a concentration of people. But yeah, dig them up. Like, why the fuck not? At the end of the day, I'm just gonna start skating around the neighborhood again. The only thing around here is because it's like where I live, everyone's like really fucking nosy. So like you can't just like go out and do something and just be left alone. Like everyone's just like, "Oh, how are you? Oh, I haven't seen you in a year." Like, and you're like, "Oh, right, yeah, I'm so fucking, yeah, I gotta go, mate, gotta go." Oh, I thought you were just skating. Yeah, yeah, I am, but you're taking up my time. So, like, you know, it's yeah, I live in a really nosy area. Um, Natasha, I try to save everyone most times. You do, and you're pretty successful most of the time. Shayna, it sure makes it better if they have food. Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be food. Otherwise, why the fuck are you there? To just skate like some kind of mug? No. Yeah, I mean that place was particularly good because like they had like an actual pizza oven and everything. So yeah, I don't know. Actually, it was quite snazzy when I think about it. Um, all is well, says Adele. That rhymed. Thank you. Yes, I made that myself, and I make a lot of clothes. That's cool. That's really cool. I mean, a skill I wish I had, to be honest with you, but I don't have the time or the patience. But it's something to think in my head of like at some point I'll be like, yeah, no, I'll do that at some point. But then maybe I will, maybe I won't, who knows? Smudge, even when you know you will die, Natasha, Sloth can finally blame something on someone other than me. No, I will always blame you, Smudge. That is the game. That is the game that I play, and you know that by now. Natasha, true. Terence, Natasha will just yell at the zombies, Sir, that's camping, sir. Yeah, it's so funny how formal you are, like telling someone off for saying sir. It's so kind of weird because that's not something that we really do over here, man. Like I don't like I've never referred to anyone as sir apart from in school in my whole entire life. Like it's quite interesting really. Um Whereas over there it's like, hey sir. Excuse me, sir. And you're like, what? Stop calling me that. What the fuck, dude? What do you want? um Dev, there's always skating on the street safely. Yeah, absolutely. I have a skate park behind my building. I'll just go there. Oh, dude, if I had a skate park behind my building, like that's all I would do. That's literally all I would do. That'd be awesome. Ali, again, but the last time I went skating at the park, I almost ended up in the river. What kind of insane tricks are you trying to pull off? Is what I want to know, Ali. That's wild. Why are you ending up in the river? um, Mavira, have a wonderful day slash night, everyone. Be well and safe. You too, Mavira. I hope everything goes well in your world and stay safe. Yeah, absolutely. Dev, yikes. Well, continued. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Um, yeah, don't end up in the fucking river. What are you doing near the river? That's what I want to know. I'm actually intrigued. Um, are you, sir, when someone is being a smart ass? Smart ass. Um, yeah, it's yeah, like I say, it's so funny because like I think sometimes like Americans think that or Canadians too, think that we're the more formal. But yeah, like I don't know many people who would call anyone else sir, really, to be honest with you. It's that's quite unique. That's like for like posh echelons of British folk. Um so yeah, not for normal people. Ali, I took the wrong path. All the smooth surfaces are at this waterfront park. Oh, okay. So if you're in the park, is there like just no fencing around it or anything like that? Shayna, when I was little, some kids' parents would rent out the palace. I love that name. I don't know why. It's just that really tickles me. For birthday parties. It was super fun as a kid, but I can't go as an adult because my adult eyes ruin it. Um, okay. What do you mean? Your adult eyes ruin it? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Like it doesn't look as good. I don't. Yeah, no, that doesn't compute in my head. Explain yourself, Sheena. Terence, I have to translate British slang to some of my friends. They don't get some of the terms. No, it's one of my funnest things to confuse people with that. The thing is, right? So if I'm over in the States, which granted hasn't been a very long time, and like for this, I talk differently than what I would do with, just my friends. Obviously, I probably talk a lot faster with them. I sort of have to overly pronounce things sometimes here because we do have a tendency when we're talking fast to sort of miss out letters. So yeah, it's I do have to be mindful when I'm talking to people, and not everyone knows our slang. Like our slang is quite that's why I love it at the same time. I think we've got the best disses going. I think that's just one of our things. um you know we definitely have the best slang, I reckon, for sure. um Terence, oh no, I've already read that. Shanoa, because a child sees magic and things that adults don't. Oh, what? Oh, no, man. Like, skate parks are sick. I don't give a fuck. What anyone says. Um, Ali, not enough fencing or barriers. It's an open space concept to allow kayaking at an accessible point. This is getting crazier and crazier. Now there's like you can get into kayaks and shit from the skate park behind your house. Where you live sounds sick, Ali. I'm not gonna lie. I would love it. Shayna, like some things are better experienced as a kid, and when you're an adult, it doesn't taste as good or like how you remember. You see things through rose-colored glasses as a child. Am I making sense or rambling? No, I mean it does make sense now that Shanoa sort of explained it to me. But yeah, no, I can get it. Um, I don't know. I think I just like enjoy. I will concede this is like I do pick and choose my timing if I'm gonna go and like say if there's like a huge group of kids that come along, I obviously feel a bit weird. Um, but yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from. But as an like if you're talking about like, oh, it doesn't look as cool or as skateable as it did before. That's the bit I'm a bit like, what? Nah, man, you can still have fun. It's all about that. Like the skate park where I used to, because there was like an outdoor one near the leisure centre where I used to live. I remember if I'd get up at 6, then I would just like bomb it down there first thing if it was like a really nice day, and I'd have it to myself for like a good 3 4 hours at least before everyone starts waking up and coming down. So yeah, it's I can sort of see what you mean. But then I am sort of greedy. I like having moments to myself like that, if you know what I mean. Which is why I tend to skate around the city, on my own, sort of with my headphones in and just yeah. I think that's yeah, definitely something that I've been missing throughout this year, where there's that valuable time where you can just like you don't have to actually think about anything, you know. Um, I went through a period of time in my mid 20s where I just like I um didn't like watch any news whatsoever, like any at all. So the term ignorance is bliss was something I was truly living because like I was like I didn't really know what was going on in terms of world events or any of that shit. Um, and yeah, I was a lot sort of happier for it. But like now that we're obviously in the time that we're in, um, and looking at Twitter every single day, and you're seeing all of these things, especially at the moment. I mean, it's just like every single day there's some kind of like really outrageous tragedy going on, um, and then there's no way to sort of switch off from that because you're always around it. It's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think that's something that's sort of like bumming me out quite a bit. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like I think I used to say this to my friends who, when they get them, like, here's the thing, like, when you're someone who's good at giving advice, is it takes a lot for you to actually take your own advice. So like I've always been like my mate's therapist and shit, like growing up. So like in instances like that where I'd be like, I have a friend who's like saying that things are like getting on top of them and all this stuff is getting them down. I'm like, you need a distraction, man. Like you just like everyone needs distractions. That's the thing. It's not healthy not to have a distraction. You can't be distracted all of the time, but you need a distraction from your day to day, because otherwise the way the world is, it'll drive you insane. And also the way people are in general, like it can fucking get you down. So yeah, I think distractions are definitely what are needed when people are sort of allowed out of lockdown again. We can get our distractions back, so to speak. um Catch up, let's catch up. Okay. This park is huge. I'll record a trip through it if for y'all one day. Yeah, definitely do, Ali. Definitely do. Beauty Boomer. Oh, hello. How's it going? How are you doing today? What are we chatting about? We're just chatting. We're just having a chat, really. It's nothing too crazy at the moment. Well, how was your weekend? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Is everything good? Um, yeah, we haven't got any particular subject. That's sort of how mine tend to go. We sort of just start talking, and then like subjects derive from that. So yeah, if you've got anything that you want to bring to the table, then certainly feel free, Beauty Boomer. Feels weird calling someone boomer and it not being a diss, but yeah. I like the name anyway. Shayna, in my town, it's like it's also like marketed to kids too. It's weird if adults are there skating and don't have children there too. And where I did go, it was a lot smaller. Oh, when I did go, it was a lot smaller than I remembered. Yeah, actually, when I think about it now, the fact that it's called a palace as well, that's probably sort of lends to the fact that it is aimed more towards kids, like the skate palace as opposed to the skate park, you know what I mean? But yeah, I get what you mean there, Shayna. Like my childhood home, when I visited as an adult, it looked so small compared to my memories as a child. That's the weird thing, isn't it? I mean, everything's so big when you're so small. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying there. Dev, I recently deleted my Twitter. I'm trying to live in that sweet, sweet bliss and just draw all day. That sounds pretty cool, to be honest with you. If it were not for the fact that I use it for my channel, and then on top of that, I um I'm a bit of a nosy fucker anyway, so it's like I'm not I'm not even gonna, deny it, At the end of the day, if you're part of the drama community, you probably are too. It's just one of those things. But yeah, like for me, well, I'm quite um it's quite good for me because I don't really well, I don't think apart from like that person that obviously cropped up last week who I'm not gonna discuss any further, like I said, I've not really been fucked with too much. So yeah. And certainly not openly anyway. No one's declared open war on me yet. But we'll see. I still got I've got a big mouth. I'm sure I'll fuck it up for myself somehow. Although it's been a year, and you'd think I would have done by now. So Terence says beards and ice skating. Yeah, that's basically what's happening at the moment. It's beards and ice skating, not necessarily in that order, not necessarily at the same time. Okay, Beauty Boomer is saying I block keywords like shootings, Trump, etc. Those are probably good ones to block, to be honest with you. Yeah, I only found out recently that you can block keywords actually on Twitter. So yeah, actually, I'll probably do that, to be honest with you. Although I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like. Oh, I'll see. I'll see how it goes. Like, it's one of those things that it's like, I don't know if I want to hear about it secondhand. Um, I'll see how I feel at the time. I guess. Dev, you make it sound like they use their beards to skate. Yeah. Can you imagine? It's just like cousin It's on a skateboard. That would be fucking brilliant. Beauty Boomer. I kind of want to change my channel name. What do you want to change it to? Oh, well, we'll have a little look at that. What have you got in mind? I wasn't dissing it, by the way. I was just pointing out that, yeah, usually it's used as a little bit of a diss, I guess. Shayna, I like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not shitting on your name. I feel bad now. I shouldn't have pointed that out. Terence, beard skating. Ali, Tony Armstrong is the reason we got our park. It's even named after him. You'll see grown-ups there all the time with kids and teens and hooligans too. You use the word hooligans. Wow. Okay, I thought that was a uniquely British thing. I'm almost impressed in a way. But yeah, that's sounds like a good old-fashioned skate park for sure. Shayna, what would you change it to? Smudge, why Rose? Do you have any ideas about a new name? Terence, I'm part of the drama community by complete freaking accident, lol, but I've stayed on purpose. Yeah, I sort of, I guess it was sort of an accident for me too. Because I was following a lot of commentary channels, but then obviously there's a good portion of those who are just dickheads. So I've just, I'm not down with that type of um, shenanigans and humor and all of the rest of it. So yeah, I sort of fell into it. I sort of just started speaking to a couple of people, or I think they started speaking to me, and yeah, all of a sudden, wow, I'm in the drama community somehow. Like, I do cover things. I don't think I'm a drama channel really, because they usually make videos a bit more regular than I do anyway. But yeah, it's. I think I'm a bit more commentary, but I'm not snooty like a lot of commentary channels are, where they like to pretend that like the drama channels are so far removed from them when it's like, listen, you're talking about people kicking off at each other at the end of the day. It is what it is. Just because like one is done in one fashion and one is done in another, they're still bedfellows. So chill the fuck out, yeah. Um, Devon. I know I might have to remake a Twitter in the future though, because I want to start a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've got mine for. I'm looking forward to getting to 1,000 subs. So I've got my community tab, and then I think I'll rely on the Twitter a lot less. Um, in terms of getting it out there, because think about the amount of subs that you have. Like, so just use myself as an example. I've got like about 830 subs, and it's like 250 followers on Twitter. So, and I know not everyone on there like watches my videos, so there's definitely a disconnect with the actual audience if I'm just communicating to them via Twitter on like updates and shit like this, because there's a huge disparity in the numbers. Um, but yeah, when that day comes, then hopefully I'll be able to make use of that utility. I know some people will go like, "Oh, I can't wait to get to 1,000 so I get monetized." I know for a fact that you just get paid pennies to begin with anyway, like if you get paid at all. So it's all about the community tab for me, and I feel like I'll be able to communicate better with the audience, as it were. And yeah, hopefully phase two will occur. But at the moment, I've got to get to 1,000, and at the moment, I've got to make some more videos. And to do that, I've got to get out of my funk. So yeah, I've got to make my human video, because I actually feel pretty fucking rude that I haven't done that as of yet. But I want it to be in a decent frame of mind if I'm going to be discussing, subjects like racism and what's happening to human in particular. Because I did my first video, so I don't want to sort of have a slovenly second video. And I felt like my David Dobrik video, like my energy level on that was just so fucking bad. Like I actually got pissed off with myself after that, because I didn't notice it until I put it out, and then I watched it and I was like, "Oh man, you are down, like you are down in this video. You need to fucking buck your ideas up." Um, Anyway, I'm behind. I know I might have to. Oh no, I read that. Do you guys like bowling? Yeah, no, I like bowling. I haven't been bowling for a while, but I'm pretty decent at bowling. I think you guys take it a little bit more serious. Well, if you are from the States, Shane, I'm sort of assuming of either that or Canada. Um, that yeah, because you guys like do it as like an actual sport and everything, which I think is wild. But yeah, we do bowling over here. That's usually like a birthday party or first date, or sort of like a family thing to do, sort of thing. But yeah, bowling's fun. I like bowling. I'm not good at it, but I like it. You know how that's the good thing about bowling, is you don't have to be good at it to enjoy it, especially if you're drinking at the same time. Dev, I love bowling. Shayna used to bowl a lot. Smudge, I enjoy bowling, but I have weak wrists, so I throw 3 good balls and the rest go into the gutter. Well, you can use that thing where you just push it down the ramp, then surely, Smudge. Beauty, Boomer. I'm just going to say beauty from now on. If the boomer is bothering you, something that doesn't have boomer in it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking just my name. Yeah, that works too. At the end of the day, if you're not the kind of creator that like is making enemies and shit, then yeah, I see no reason if you make it using your name at the end of the day. Um, you know, that's why a lot of a lot of people in drama community don't use their fucking names. Um, I used to play a lot, but haven't in a while. Shayna again, or you could just be beauty. Yeah, well, taking the words out my mouth. Um, oh shit. Shanoa, I a fan of that bowling slide. I can't throw them because of my armpits. Okay. Oh no, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. Rose Beauty, Terence. Actually, it's Dead by Daylight's fault that I'm in the community. That's interesting. Shayna, I have an ex-boyfriend who was in the bowling league. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I find it so funny that I don't know, man. It's just it, like over here, like I say, it's like it's quite a frivolous pursuit. So the fact that it's like an actual sport is pretty entertaining to me. I'm not even gonna lie about that. Smudge, it's your fault. I'm in Dead by Daylight. Dev, it's your fault. I watch it. True. Terence, every rose has its thorn, just like every decade has its boom. Whoa, we got ourselves a fucking poet and a scholar here. Smudge, don't let Terence get you into a game. He gets you hooked and then he stops playing. Yeah, he's never played actually the whole time that I've been playing. Like, I don't know. I think that's pretty fucking rude, dude. Like, what? I see nothing wrong with your vid on Dobrik, says Devend. I don't know. It's just not like my energy levels have not been great as of late. I'm aware of that. So I've not had anyone like really point it out, but like you know yourself. Um, I don't know. I think as well, it's sort of like it's just the kind of topics that are coming up. I definitely need to shake it up, and do some more like some funnier stuff every now and again. I might like do like try and do like at least a funny video a week where I'm just like reacting to goofy shit, maybe off Reddit or whatever. Um, I did because I did do videos like that at one point, but I think I had too few subscribers for it to sort of like that they're hard ones to sort of get people to watch if you haven't already got a base, if you know what I mean. Because it's quite hard to tag those kinds of videos, I think, and and have people want to go to it when they can just go to a Reddit readout, as it were. Um, but yeah, it's something I'm working on at least. Terence, hey, I played that toxic game for 3 years. Lol, enough was enough. How is it toxic? Well, I don't know. I speak to the same people on there every time, so I don't speak to anyone else on there. Smudge, you quit Arc 2. I played that a while before I met you two, Smudge. Solo for quite a while. Terence Steam just has more to offer. All right, fancy Lord Farquaad with his steam over there. Me just listening while I walk the cat. I love the fact that you walk the cat. It's so funny to me, still to this day. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, I'm doing really well, mate. Tired today, but yeah, I'm doing well. How are you, and how is the cat walking going? Kayla, hey buddy. How's it going, Kayla? How are you? How are you doing today? Um, Dev, hey May, everyone's saying hey. Kayla, um, everyone's saying hello, 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 hello. Shayna, oh, trust me, it was hilarious. What was hilarious? Okay. I must have missed that. Terence, for real sloth, I met Nick, Dustin, and Ashley while playing Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I've only seen Nick a couple of times. Oh, you mean like when you met them um, and got into the drama community via Dead by Daylight, as it were? Yeah, that was pretty random. Then yeah, that is a random entry into the drama verse. Um, yeah, I've only played with Nick a couple of times, and he just sort of happens to be in the same game. He's totally mercenary, man. He doesn't help. Kayla is saying hello. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Chava. Beauty. First it's the boomers, now it's the bowlers. Yeah. Beauty bowler, you know. I could be one, you never know. Terence is saying, Rose, you could be Rose, the beauty bowler. Let's make it happen. Beauty tips for bowlers. That would be interesting. That would certainly be interesting. Um, Shayna, I used to have a pig who I gave my bowling ball to. This is conjuring up a lot of strange imagery. It had Scooby Doo engraved on it. He liked to play with it. Right, okay, right. So I thought you meant like, I don't know, like, I don't know what I thought, actually, if I'm being honest. I was just thinking, bowling ball pig, where is this going? Smudge proof, another casserole video. Those are so rare. Those are like hen's teeth. You got to understand that's not like that kind of shit doesn't come up every day. And I found out that like that shit was fake anyway. So that really was just lightning in a bottle. The fact that that got 20,000 views is still mind bending to me, considering that that's like the best by far out of all of my videos. But you know, I think that's because Lou Ballin is such a big thing at the moment. And yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Still interested in the pig and the bowling ball. That sounds like a strange sister. A strange a strange story. I started reading Beauty Boom's sentence there. A strange sister. A tale of two sisters. You could do a TikTok reaction vid submitted by us. I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. Yeah, I don't know if you're on the Discord, Kalo, actually. I'll have to get you invited on that because I got a thing where people can, you know, recommend clips to me and everything like that. So yeah, I'm down for that. Weird, not horrible, weird. That's what I like to go for reacting to stuff. And because you know, there's like the whole thing of like on YouTube where people react to stuff where they'll just watch a whole video and go, "Well, wasn't that mad?" Okay, well, like and subscribe, and next time, just you know, what I just watched you literally just watch something. If it's got to be you sort of talking about it as you're going through it as well. Beauty is saying my sister met her husband in the bar of a bowling alley 50 years ago. Um, I didn't know. Well, yeah, I know it's actually a lot more sociable a thing where sort of people will meet up. It's not like say here where you go as like a party to your lane and then you sort of you leave as your party. It seems to be a lot more community based, to say in the states. Um, yeah, to be honest, right, it'd be quite funny. One of my favorite films is The Big Lebowski. So yeah, I've always thought it's like quite an interesting world to look at from the outside. Just how like really into bowling people get when, like I said, it is sort of like a just like it's more of an occasional thing here, I guess. Kayla, I'm doing could be better. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm doing all right, Kayla. Um, yeah, I hope you do better. You know, if you could be better, I hope you do better. May, yes, a tech TikTok reaction video. Kayla, that would be great. Yeah, no, well, I'm down. I'm definitely down. If you've got things to recommend, you know my DMs and you know I dare say the timeline and whatnot are open. So certainly do so. TikTok, man, is quite a funny one. That that ensnared me for a little bit, and I was like fully obsessed for about 3 days straight. And then now I can sort of limit myself because I was like, okay, I've got the measure of the crazy here now. Um, Plus, I think the stuff that I'm getting is a bit too mainstream. I still want to see like weirder stuff, um, not dark weird, but like just weird. I just like strange oddities. Smudge, Nick is a lot better than he used to be. Yeah, he's I'll have to take your word for it on that one, to be fair. It's Halo TV. Hey, hello, Halo TV. How are you? How are you doing? How was your weekend? Um, welcome to the stream. Do, 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 do. Natasha says he has to Nick getting better at Dead by Daylight. Shayna, that's romantic beauty. I imagine it's like that movie Across the Universe. Ah, I recognize that name. Where the guy sees the girl in the bowling alley and starts singing, I've just seen a face. Ah, I wish I could. Like, I can't. I definitely know that name though of the movie. That drives me insane when I fucking recognize something, but I can't like bring the imagery up in my mind. That drives me nuts. Um, the casserole war was fake. Apparently, that's the funny thing, right? So I'll get like I still get lots of views on that video and a lot of comments on that video still. And every now and again, someone's like, "Oh, duh, it's fake, didn't you know?" And it's like, well, you know what? Like, one, I don't know you, dude. I don't know if it's fake. From what I saw and what I took it from, it was true at that time from the information that I had. So maybe, like, why don't you just fucking enjoy it for what it is? At the end of the day, it's people kicking off about a fucking casserole recipe, not, some kind of really major news story. Like it's so funny that like people will just kick off over things. Like some of the comments that you get on YouTube just really crack me up. Like I've never had like any sort of like out and out disses to me yet. But yeah, it's well actually no, I tell a lie. There's someone at MNK TV, but I don't really count that because I know that they just sent their fans to sort of come and do that anyway. So because that video, one of them let slip in one of the comments that video was making the rounds on a Discord. So I was like, huh, who's the fucking money on that? That is actually their Discord. Go and look at this idiot. He doesn't get it. When if you actually watch the video that I did, I explicitly say I get it. I get that the prank is fake. I'm still saying it's disgusting. But make of that what you will. Kayla, you got a Discord now? Fancy. Yeah, no, I'm fancy as. I'm fancy sloth. Terrence, shit, I didn't know he had a Discord either. Yeah, no, I do. I think Shinoa. Why did I forget that? That's terrible. Shinoa has got the link to that, so if she wants to pop that up at some point, that would be sick. Shayna, my mom, my mum, was raising him for the meat, and it's good for them to build muscles by pushing heavy toys like my weighted bowling ball. Plus, he liked to push it with his nose and chase it. It was cute. Wow, I mean, that's quite interesting, actually. To be fair, I didn't really know that they did that kind of thing. I don't know. It's just like I would have thought it'd be a bit too heavy for it, but yeah, fair play. So it must be a bit of a hench pig, to be honest. Smudge, fake fans or friends. Oh, no, the fake story like that. It was the fake disagreement in the first place. Terence, well, nobody told me, lol. Chelsea, oh lads and ladies, cup of tea, you wankers. Joke. Okay. Right. Fair play, Chelsea. Nice to see you. Sorry, I'm just used to not many people using British vernacular back at me. So yeah, fair play. Welcome. Smudge Natasha helped him set it up. Lol. Terence, oh hell no. Kayla, I love the weird side of TikTok. Terence, Onision has the nerve to call out James Charles in regards to accountability. The fuck universe is this? Oh no, I haven't seen that. Every now and again, he just slithers out from under his rock, doesn't he? Sort of try and get people to give him a slither of attention. It's it's quite pathetic, really, isn't it? But I don't know. It's like I don't know. He's just a shit muncher, man. Smudge, I saw that, Terence. Hard to believe, isn't it? It's funny because I mean he was doing that thing where he was sticking up for Shane Dawson before as well. So, you know, shitheads of a feather, twats and perverts of a feather, like, flock together, I guess. Yeah, ridiculous. If you do TikTok reviews, you really need to do at least one on Gary the barbecue chef. He makes me giggle slash snort. But is he weird? That is the question. I'm looking for weird. That's what I'm down for. If he's just like a genuinely good content creator, then it's not quite as funny for me then. Shayna, it's a movie about the Beatles. Yeah, no, I fucking thought it was that one. Yeah, yeah, that's drove me mad. It has covers of their songs, yeah, and it has really sort of crazy imagery as well, if I remember correctly. Hence, across the universe, yeah. That all makes sense now. The pieces of the puzzle are together. Terence, yeah, it is. Kayla, he's really doing that. Terence, he has no place to talk. He has no place to talk on any topic, really. Let's be fair. Terence, they ought to be sharing a cell. Absolutely. Shanoa, he is brutal. It's not even brutal though. He's just pathetic. He thinks he's more brutal than he actually is. That's the thing. It's just like it's kind of sad when you see through the facade, and they still think that they have enough of a enough sort of pull and influence to be able to make people think a certain way about them. He's got stands, but again, I think those stands are dwindling more and more by the day, really, aren't they? Kayla, we are in the Matrix. Absolutely. Which pill did you take? Shanoa is Discord link. I was just waiting for permission. No worries. Terence, oof. Soon as I read the rules, I understood I should never speak in his Discord. Okay. Smudge, Dev, he is weird. Onision, I'm assuming. Yeah, like to say the least. Smudge, the guy that makes old recipes from back in the day is hilarious. Oh no, I did see that. Oh, you sent me that. That was a good one actually. The spam pie was hysterical. It's nothing hysterical. There's nothing hysterical about spam. Nothing hysterical about spam. That is not a funny topic. I used to know this girl that was all she ate, and yeah, it was just the weirdest thing. Like in uni, it's like, you ever eaten anything else at all? No, spam again, is it? Yeah. Okay then, fair enough. Yeah. Cactus Rosie, hi, hello, Cactus Rosie. You're new to the chat, as it were. We're just chilling and chatting today. How you doing? And yeah, how was your weekend? How are you feeling today? I think we were just chatting about Onision sticking his fucking nose and in some bullshit that didn't concern him. So nothing new, really. It feels like 4 years ago. Still, Shayna, interesting. Smudge, hey, Cactus Rosie, Devon. I made. Okay, I don't want to say what I read that as. First of all, I made spam burgers for like a week when I moved. Yeah, okay. I just yeah, I don't like spam. I don't like sort of untrustworthy meat sources. It's like if I don't really know what it is, I sort of am a bit like, it's a bit sketchy, man. um Shanoa, hey, saying hello to Cactus Rosie. It's an interesting name, isn't it? I like that. Cactus Rosie. Uh, Terence, I still can't believe they put out pumpkin spice spam. The fuck are they playing that over there, man? Like what? It's like upsetting. Like, just I don't know. It's just like it's not World War II or the Depression anymore. Like why is? Although I will say, like, there are other countries where spam is like a big thing. Like I think in the Philippines, they're really into spam. I used to know this lad from the Philippines, and he said that his parents were fully, like his family, were fully into it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to eat. Smudge, hold the fort. They did. Oh, what with the pumpkin spam debacle? They what? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dev. Shayna, I can't even deal with all these possible creeps with these huge platforms and nothing being done about it. Dom over on TikTok. Um, oh, Dirty Dom, I'm assuming. Yeah, well, it's it's a weird one, really. It's sort of like it's sort of become a cycle, really, where um, these. This is why I say that canceling isn't really a thing unless you choose for it to unless you choose to be cancelled. If you choose to go off into the exile, because all that cancelling seems to mean really is you're inconvenienced for a period of time, usually not a long period of time either. You've got to lay down low, sort of give some kind of insincere apology if you can be asked, and eventually you come back, your stands say they miss you, and then start kissing your ass, and out of nowhere you start making content again, and like nothing ever happened, you know. And if in some cases like Dirty Dom, you take the piss out of the very thing that you were exiled for in the first place. So it's this is why I find it sometimes a bit disheartening, where I'm just like fully concentrating on that kind of thing all of the time with no distraction. I think that's the important thing, is there's no distraction at the moment. So therefore you're just like thinking about it far more than is probably healthy too. Um, I don't know why these things don't go any further, apart from the only thing that I can really say is that like um, people don't like having their money fucked with, so they tend not to fuck with the source of their money. That's all I can really think of. And moles have no places in business, so it's just that kind of disgusting, you know, rigmarole, I guess. Yeah. So I'm still baffled that Onision thinks he has any leg to stand on. Surely he's like, you know, the Black Knight from Monty Python at this point. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's catch up. Terence, yep, check the shelves during Thanksgiving this year. Ah, well, don't have Thanksgiving, so don't have to fuck with that shit. Shayna, it's gross. Terence, nobody ever really gets cancelled. They just hibernate. Yeah, exactly. Basically, what I was saying. Um, Me too. It's so disheartening. Cactus Rosie. Thanks, guys. Glad to be here. Having a good day. Hope you are as well. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you are having a good day, because, yeah, that's the thing with my lives. I like to sort of keep it I like to keep it casual. I'm sounding like some kind of dickhead, Ricky Gervais like style manager, David Brent sort of thing. Hey man, we just like to keep it casual here, guys. But yeah, it's Monday. I think it doesn't have to get too heavy. We can talk about like obviously topics and stuff like that, but it's I try not to get too fire and brimstone because yeah, like I say, it's Monday. It's just been Sunday, and the week hasn't properly started yet. So yeah, it's just and also I think you can maybe tell that I'm not exactly frying brimstone anyway. Well, occasionally actually, I'm not going to just discount that completely. Um, Terence, nobody. Oh, I already read that. Shayna, unless they die. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, laugh my ass off at Terence, says Dev. The one good person on the platform cancelled herself, and we were left with the rotten fruit. Um, yeah, I'm assuming that's Jenna Marbles that you're referring to there. I've never, you know, I'm only really sort of got into this whole side of YouTube in the last 5 years anyway, so I never really sort of got into Jenna Marbles, but from what people say, she seemed sound enough, so, but I'll be honest with you, I've never watched a single one of her videos, but yeah, people seem to miss her, and, it's true when, that person hasn't done anything anywhere near as sort of extreme, I guess you could say. um it does seem a bit, like the scales are tipped in a bit of a weird fashion there. Um, Cactus Rosie, yeah, Onision is evil. Yeah, just a bit, just a bit. Yeah, he's a walking, talking, living, breathing piece of shit. If ever I saw one. Um, and yeah, it's just funny. Like the bit that made me laugh that like not that long ago was when he was trying to goad Ready to Glare and Creepshow Art. I think he still emails Jacqueline Glenn all the time as well. Not is it not Jacqueline Glenn? Yeah, no, it is Jacqueline Glenn, isn't it? Which one's the one who used to go out with Social Repose? Is that his name? I can't remember now. Is it Jacqueline Glenn? I can never remember the two Jacquelines. That's the thing. Um. Anyway, yeah, he's a fucking creep. But yeah, what I was going to say about the Ready to Glare thing is when he was like trying to goad them into some kind of online debate. Because I think he, in his mind, he thinks if he can just like speak to someone face to face, he can like twist anyone's melon and anyone's mind into doing his bidding because he's that, up his own ass. And yeah, the truth of the matter is, everyone was because he was like even going, yeah, um, he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll even do it for charity." It's like it's not even. Sorry, man. It's like I could just give the fucking money to charity, to be honest with you, without having to go through some bullshit where you play mental gymnastics, and even if you're proven wrong, you'll believe that you're right. So what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? Like with a lot of YouTube debates, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's he's a ridiculous character. And I think that's probably the best word for him. Really, is he's become like a caricature of himself. He's a joke man. Terence, funny you mentioned Monty Python, since all these idiot influencers treat every incident like it's only a flesh wound. Yeah, exactly. There's always another limb. There's always another appendage, isn't there? Um, Shayna says, "I like your guitars." Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like them too. Smudge is nothing to Terrence. Here's the thing, man. Like, there's going to be some people who just don't like. I haven't watched Monty Python since I was in high school. But yeah, I don't even know if that's something that like young folk will even have any comprehension of, really, because it is pretty dated now, isn't it? um Terence, he Smudge, weren't you supposed to play for us today? I don't know what you're talking about. Devon, he does still email her all the time. You're right. He goes after Jacqueline all the time. Yeah, literally saw a video the other day, where she's like, "It's still going on. He's still sending me emails. How crazy is this?" Um, just, please, can I have any crumb of relevancy, please? Just any crumbs. It's just pathetic, dude. Um, like, there's all this like influencer boxing going on at the moment. It's like all of it's pretty pathetic, really, to be fair. But he's the one that I would be like, yeah, that's the only reason why I'd be interested in doing any of that bullshit, is if I could literally punch that fucking guy in the face again and again. That would be so much fun. Yeah, that would be brilliant. I would definitely do that, and I would fuck him up too. Um, He thinks he's a master manipulator, but he's not. No, he thinks he's playing 4D chess, but he's not even playing fucking Minecraft, really. He's he's a joker. Running Bear, hey, I. What's up? How are you? I'm doing really well, Running Bear. How are you today? It's good to see you. Another one of my streams. Yeah, it's we're just chilling, man. We're just chilling at the moment, talking about what Precognition is. So I imagine you probably got something to say. Everyone does. Shayna, I have two guitars, both gifted. One was my grandfather's, the other one was my uncle's. Well, the classical guitar was a gift. It was originally my dad's, but he never got to play it, really. Because he got sent off to work in London when he was like 16. So it was one of those things that he got as like a like like a fancy thing to do, like not fancy, but it's like a passing fancy. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, but you never got to play it, which is kind of sad. Well, learn songs. I'm sure he like strummed something on it at some point. Um, but yeah, yeah. But basically, that was that, and then it was my uncle's. But yeah, um, he's not here anymore. Uh, Hey, Running Bear, everyone's saying hello. Shayna, oh no, I already read that. But I can't really play, sadly. I am no guitar hero by any means, but as long as you play and you have fun with it, that's all that matters at the end of the day. I've got mates who are just so good at guitar, it makes me sick, and it sort of makes me. It's one of those ones where if I go over their houses, although admittedly it's not been for some time, given the situations that we're in, but yeah, I'd go over to like my mate Evan's house. I like have a go. I'd have to go on the guitar before him because if he picked it up first, I wouldn't want to play it because he's that good. He plays like Andy McKee shit and like John Butler trio type stuff where, you're sort of tapping and playing and like using the acoustic guitar as a drum as well. So you're like all of that kind of stuff. So it's pretty amazing. And then John Butler trio he's ridiculous. He's not a friend, but I'm just saying, like, if you want someone to check out, well, I'll post it after the stream actually. John Butler Trio Ocean. When I saw that video for the first time on YouTube, I was like, oh my god, I didn't know fucking guitar could be played like this. This is insane. This is like, by far one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Um, and yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, I respect people who are just ridiculously good at it because I don't have the patience to be that good at it, to be honest with you. I just play it to appease myself more than anything. Um, when I was in uni, I used to play in like band type stuff, but I used to do like death metal vocals mostly because then I don't have to fucking be on point with guitar. But I always used to jam with them with guitar and bass. Me and my mate Alex, who was on drums, we used to do like dubstep, like live dubstep. Like so, I'd have like the 5-string bass, um, and yeah, and obviously we were on a few substances, so to speak, and it made it like just that much better. Just going for 5 hours, like it's like, man, that was fucking amazing, and then the whole block probably fucking hates you. But what you're gonna do in uni, eh? Do-do-do-do-do. Onision is creepy. Yeah, understatement. He is creepy and then some, Running Bear. Um, Natasha, oh my god, Terence added to his Twitter name in your honor, Sloth. Oh, fantastic. I love that. Terence the Bastard. Lol, sure did. I don't know why I say it like that, but yeah. Smudge, nice. Shayna, my uncle and grandfather passed away too. It was some of the things they left to me. Yeah, I mean, that's it's always one thing you when you get something like that because it's something that then you can like sort of pass on yourself as you get older too. Um, you know, you don't want to amass too much shit throughout your life because then you just end up being a hoarder sort of thing, and then obviously people are left with a lot of stuff to deal with. But yeah, there's like some things where it's just you know at what point even if you don't want to take up a guitar and like try and fancy yourself as some kind of guitar hero, you can still like learn some chords and have a laugh with it. That's the best thing about it. And the cool thing with guitar is you don't need anyone around to play really. If you play drums, then you ideally you need other people who you need other people who are willing to play with you, like guitar and bass and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's it's always nice. I'm sure you appreciate it, Shayna, with that kind of that's the kind of inheritance you want, I think, at the end of the day. Um, yeah, definitely. Angelo, hello. Just reading that like you popped up before, but yeah, still not over the Resident Evil 8 demo. I cannot wait for the game. Also, hi. Yeah, Angelo always says hi after after the initial conversation. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I watched that thing live when it was playing on YouTube at that time, and yeah, it was fucking sick, dude. I can't wait. It's so good. Resident Evil 7 was really good. I started playing that um, not that long ago. I think I got all the way to the ship at the very end, and then I started playing Assassin's Creed again. Um, but yeah, it looks beast. I can't wait. Especially since the last Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 3, was all right. It wasn't as good as the well, it obviously wasn't as good as the original Resident Evil 3, like fact. You could say that for Resident Evil 2 because it was more or less like for like. So I didn't it didn't detract somewhat. But Resident Evil 3, they cut a lot of shit out, man. Like a lot of shit. So and it just I could see why they did that because they wanted to sort of keep like the pace of it, like the nemesis is always chasing you, but at the same time, don't fuck with my game, man. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like that. But yeah, I can't wait for this one. Um, it looks nuts. It looks really nuts. I've actually, you reminded me, I've got to play the DLC for Resident Evil 7 because I haven't actually played that yet, the one with Chris Redfield. Because there's something in the trailer that I was like, I wish I'd actually played that before I watched this fucking trailer now because something, you know, it's a little bit of a spoiler sort of thing. But yeah, I can't wait, Angelo. It's going to be absolutely righteous. Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises going by far. Um, my granddad was the one who got me onto that when I was a kid, actually, funnily enough, because he used to have it on the PlayStation 1. So I used to play Resident Evil when it was like, oh my God, Jill, there's a zombie over there. It's like Lego. But yeah, it's gonna be sick, man. It's gonna be absolutely sick. I don't know if anyone else here is into Resident Evil, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, you need to fucking see it. Shayna, haha, that's me. Everybody gives me stuff and then I keep it. Well, the thing is, I've moved. I've lived in over like 20, I think it's like 25 houses at this point, maybe. So you get to a point where you start getting rid of stuff that you're like, well, if I've not used this in over a year and it's not of any kind of real sentimental value, it goes basically. So you get kind of ruthless with when you're moving because you just don't want to keep taking tons and tons of shit. Shayna, I have so much familial stuff. It's not the worst thing as well. That's just sort of my thing, really. Although it is like it is if you're a hoarder. That's the only thing. Like because then you know that just doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a good thing to be. To be honest, May, hey Angelo, excuse me, Shanoa, saying back. Good, good. How was your food? Running Bear, off topic, but James Creepy Charles, James Creepy Charles got demonetized. I did see that. I did see that. I wonder if that is a permanent demonetization. I haven't looked into it, but I sort of just saw it in passing today. But yeah, fucking good. Fucking good. At the end of the day, it's the only time that YouTube really gets involved is when like mainstream media gets involved too. So it's a shame, but yeah, it's good that it's occurred now, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it is a bit late at the same time. Um, I like your name, James Creepy Charles. Everyone's saying hello to Shnoa. Cactus Rosie. Oh yeah, that game looks cool. It looks sick. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Everyone's saying hello to Running Bear, Shanoa. I can't wait to play it, says Shanoa of Resident Evil 8. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be absolutely banging. Terrence, the 3 remake was okay, not great though. It felt really short. It was really short, man. You can piss through it in no time. That was the thing with Resident Evil 2. Like, I could be, I don't want to get into a rant, but yeah, like with Resident Evil 2, it was more or less a copy. Do you know what I mean? There were bits like sort of cut out of it that were maybe a bit laborious, which I don't mind. But they were sort of bits that you could like. It didn't, it didn't detract from the overall experience. I get what they were doing with Nemesis, but there could have been a bit more to it. Do you know what I mean? At the same time, it's like, come on, dude. Like you're charging like 40 quid for this shit, man. Like at the end of the day, you can't charge me the same amount as Resident Evil 2 and tell me I'm getting the same game, like the same like amount of game. It's not true. If anything, it sort of felt like a little bit of a extended DLC. A bit like Far Cry New Dawn. It's like this could have been a DLC. Come on now, dude. Don't fuck with me. Um, Angelo, true about Resident Evil 3, but Carlos, oof, he can get it. Okay, dude. Yeah. um, and then hi chat, Shanoa, Dev. I'll watch you folks review it. Yeah, well, I mean, if I'm ever allowed to use Twitch properly, then I would love to review it. That would be cool. Or play it even. Like, that would be the more correct thing, really. Terrence, I started on the original Resident Evil 2 lol, so I remember those days. Yeah, I did too, and then I went back and played 1, and then yeah, obviously, everything else started coming out thereafter. Everything went a bit crazy with 6. It was a bit like, what's going on here? 2 I like because I had a friend at the time who we were both severely into Resident Evil, so us playing the 2-player was good. Chris Punchbowl, like was it Boulder Puncher? That's pretty funny. But yeah, 6 was like, hey, how about we take Resident Evil, give it some steroids, and give it some crack too, and just see where it goes. Shanoa just had spaghetti, didn't want to have anything that may upset my tummy because I'm going to the dentist tomorrow and they put me under. Oh, bloody hell. We don't get put under over here. It's really fucking annoying, actually. Like, what you guys like? There's so many videos with like the gas and all of that kind of stuff, and they don't even offer that shit over here, man. Or at least I've never had it. Like I've had like a wisdom tooth removed and other teeth as well, and had a bridge put in. It's like all I get is the well, what was nuts was I used to smoke so much weed. I used to have like a lot of the numbing injection. So they'd be like, "Whoa, like you should this should be numb by now." I was like, "Oh, is it, man? Oh, that's crazy." Knowing all the while, like, yeah, I mean, I've been blazing it up super hard, and I went on a night out like 2 nights ago, so that's probably what that is. Um, Dentists are creepy. They are mostly, and a lot of them get really arsy with you if you question them, which is annoying because it's like, listen, man, I don't know anything about teeth. I come to you for teeth advice. So why are you getting arsy with me because I'm asking you questions? I can't fucking check, can I? I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, answer my question, bitch. Like, I'm paying you enough. Like, definitely. But yeah, I used to have this ginger dude who used to get like really arsy with me. I went, fuck this, man. I'm not paying you money. Just take shit off you. Like, at the end of the day. And there's lots of like, oh, actually, no, I won't say that. If, yeah, I've never had that. That's pretty wild. Um, my grandma is like that too. Um, she's so scared of the dentist. I've sort of become passive with it, to be honest with you. But I think that's maybe because I've obviously have to go to the hospital quite a lot too. So I sort of have a switch that goes off whenever I'm dealing with anyone in these kinds of positions, you know, where it just doesn't phase me. I'm just like, yeah, just get whatever you need doing done, and let's just get on with our lives. Terrence, I'm curious to see who they give us for Resident Evil Dead by Daylight chapter. It's got to be Nemesis. If it's not Nemesis, then I don't know what they're playing at. I will accept what's his face. Is it Mr. X or something? You know, the one from Resident Evil 2, the tyrant. But it has to be Nemesis, surely. Like, fucking got to be. Terrence, 6, they did a little overkill. They tried to tie too much together. Yeah, it just got a bit too wild too quickly. And you're a bit like, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I played it. I had a laugh. I had a great laugh. But in terms of like survival horror, that's why they had to sort of tone everything back with Resident Evil 7. And then, they redid 2 and sort of found their roots again. Shayna, I had braces for 5 years, so I'm not scared of the dentist. Luckily for me, I mean, I've never had braces, but my sister did. And yeah, you just get used to it, don't you? It's just one of those things. The only time I've ever sort of exhibited panic, no, actually, I won't say because Shayna's going to the dentist, and yeah, but yeah, basically. Yeah, it doesn't really fuck with me too much. It's like when I go to the hospital, I like getting my blood taken doesn't bother me at all. I've had so much blood taken, and urine for that matter, for the tests. They should have like if they still kept that stuff, there'd be an entire like massive room dedicated to my blood and other functions, as well as all my paperwork, I would imagine. Angelo Wesker would also be interesting, but I think it's got to be Nemesis. Yeah, I mean Wesker would be. Yeah, you're right. It would be interesting for sure. Um, but yeah, it's got to be Nemesis surely. And then how are they going to do that as well? That's going to be the interesting part. Are they going to make it like so? He's got like the tentacle that comes out through the arm, and then like because it's got a rocket launcher too. That would be really interesting. Definitely, I'd be. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it'll be better than the bloody Trickster. Trickster's all right, but like he's more of an annoyance as opposed to like scary or anything like that. Kelly's corner, who's usually on here, is the most nervous Dead by Daylight player ever. Like I've never heard anyone be like, oh my god, actually freaking out. It's the funniest thing ever, man. I swear to God. Um, yeah, I've never heard anyone freak like that. It's brilliant. It's so entertaining. Shayna, yeah, young age for me too, 7 to 12, so I'm not bothered by them. Yeah, I mean, it also helps as well. I mean, if you've got like a good dentist, then you're gonna be fine with it at the end of the day. It's yeah, it's when you just yeah, it's obviously if you get it's like with a doctor, if you have like a doctor who's sort of a bit half-assed or whatever, then it just sort of fucks with you a bit, doesn't it? My dentist is a bully. What like a bully? Is he like calling you names and stuff? Like or is he like just trying to get you to do treatments that you don't need to pay off his Ferrari? Like that should be a Dead by Daylight killer. It should be like a dentist or something. That would be a good one. No, that would be freaky, man. Or like Marathon Man. I know Terrence knows what I'm talking about with Marathon Man. If there's someone in here who knows, I know he knows. He seems like a movie connoisseur, geek, whatever you want to call it. Both are fine by me. If he hasn't, then I'm going to say, what's he going to do? What's he been doing with his life? But yeah, but yeah, it's yeah. I think with the dentist, the thing as well is like again, you sort of have like no dominion over that. If they tell you, yeah, you need this, that, and the other, you just got to sort of trust them. I'm surprised we still don't have a nun for a killer. I thought there was a nun. Was the nun gone, has it? Marathon Man is actually one I never saw. Oh, mate. You say these things and, just don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I thought if I could put money on it, I would have thought Terence is the one. Terence the bastard surely has watched it. Dude. Dude. Well, watch it. Fucking watch it, dude. Shanoa, don't watch it. Don't ever watch that movie if you don't want to see it. Straight up. It's a lady and she's just passive aggressive. I hate passive aggressive. I'm just gonna insert that in there. If someone's passive aggressive to me, I become really fucking arsey, like really arsey, and I make it obvious that I'm not putting up with that shit. But she hurt my gums. Very stab happy. Well, that doesn't sound great. Doesn't sound great at all. That sounds pretty horrible. Bloody hell. Well, how passive aggressive? Are they like, well, if you want your teeth to fucking look like that, then is this that kind of thing, or passive aggressive? See, I had like an aggressive dentist who was just like, like sigh like all the time. Whereas, yeah, passive aggressive is an interesting one. But yeah, I become really fucking. I'm a stubborn fucker when it comes to passive aggressive. I can't deal with it. I have no patience for that whatsoever. May, that reaction, the reaction fit the crime. The reaction fit the crime. Terence, sorry, lol. I just drove him to drink. Damn, yeah, that's moonshine in that. Smudge, Marathon Man. Yeah, it's an old film with Dustin Hoffman and Laurence Olivier. I think I'm pretty sure. Is it safe? Is it safe? It's been parodied a ton of times, probably on like like your Family Guys and whatnot. It's probably one of those things that you'll have seen it, but you just won't. You not the movie. You'll have seen it being parodied, but you just don't know what it's linking to. But it was when Dustin Hoffman was really young, when he used to be like a full-on, like method actor. And yeah, he did some crazy stuff. Like I think that's where the quote like Laurence Olivier was said like to him, because he like would just like stay up for days, and because there's like it's like a bit of it's like a torture bit in it, and so he'd like stay up for days and like fry his mind out and put himself through like really crazy situations. And Laurence Olivier was like, oh, why don't you try acting? It's so much easier. Which I thought was a good one, to be fair. If it's a dentist movie, I'm not watching. No way. Well, it's not a dentist movie per se. It involves someone who is a dentist, but just watch it, dude. Just watch it. Like I know you'd like it anyway. It's a classic. Smudge. So I haven't even spoken to Terence, by the way. This is a funny thing. I always talk through like this medium, or like he's in the background on Dead by Daylight. But yeah, I know for a fact. It's a classic movie. How can you not? If it's a dentist movie, oh yeah, I already watched that. Smudge. So you don't like Dr. Giggles? I don't know what that is. Terence. Dr. Giggles was a doctor, not a dentist, but scene with the throat check was cringe. But the scene, okay. I was saying, okay, this is strange. I don't know what Dr. Giggle is. I can't remember if I've seen it or not. It's I think it was like in the 70s. It was like maybe the 70s or something like that. It's an old movie. It's an old movie, to be fair. It's got Laurence Olivier in it. It's an old movie. Um, Shayna, I don't know if I have seen it. Terence, speaking to people who haven't seen stuff, make sure to give Bruce hell because he hasn't seen Harry Potter. Wow, that is kind of interesting, really. You know, as I've gotten older, there's more people that I'm sort of coming across who haven't, and I find that kind of strange. But then it's like I don't know, like yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, like because we read the books over here, me and my sister, and then the sort of movies were coming out, and the last couple of books came out whilst the movies were still coming out, I think. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like one of those things. It's like it's sort of like an institution. It's like a Christmas movie over here. You know what I mean? Or any of them are. But yeah, that is kind of weird. I would have sort of expected that. Smudge, shake my head, Terence. I can't believe he's never seen it. Terence, oh, that's true, because the one time I played in Dead by Daylight for Natasha and Sloth was there. I was in Bruce's stream, so he couldn't hear me talking. No, you were hiding. You were hiding because you knew how disappointed I would be that you haven't seen Marathon Man, and you just couldn't take the shame. You couldn't take the shame, mate. I watched Harry Potter with my eyes closed. Well, we used to when we travelled up to where my grandparents live, where they live, they're not alive anymore. But yeah, it's like a 6-hour drive to get there. So we used to listen to. There used to be cassettes of Stephen Fry reading out. I think he did the first 4 books. I don't know if he ever got past that. But yeah, we used to love that because it's Stephen Fry at the end of the day. Like, who the fuck doesn't want to hear him read anything? You read the phone book at us, and we would have been happy with it. But yeah, he was particularly good. So a lot of that was before the movie. So a lot of my imagery was lended from that, and then I got you watch the movies, and you're like, oh, okay, it's sort of a bit different now. If Bruce told me he didn't see Lord of the Rings, I would have disowned him. That's wild. Yeah, no, uh, that's I don't know. Yeah, there's a couple of people I've met who haven't watched it, and I'm always like, but why? Why not? It's just one of those things. I at least watch the extended editions of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings at least once a year, because I need that, man. I need like the very distinctive fight between good and evil, and I need good to fucking win. That's what I need. So it just gives me that sort of boost every now and again. In fact, given what the state of the world at the moment and the state of the drama community, I'd say I'm about fucking due to be watching that again any day now, to be honest with you. What's up? What kind of movies do you guys like? Oh, I like all sorts of movies. It's a bit of a vast question. um, I mean, I think we've played like one of our favorite movies and all of that kind of stuff before. But Shayna, as you're new, what's your favorite movies? That's a good way to start, I think. Then we could. Well, for a little bit, I'm not gonna make it a 3-hour stream. um, Terence, no, I was hiding because I didn't want to add another person falling in love with my voice. All right, all right, mate. um, Suave motherfucker, you. Shanoa, I'm a Harry Potter nut. Well, yeah, you want to go to the Harry Potter world in Universal. That was sick. That's really good. Terence, good night. There. Oh, I've missed that. All right, I need to go to bed on my night walk in. To get my night walk in. You folks have a great night. Thanks for the fun, Sloth. Well, thank you, Dev. Thanks for listening to me witter on. And yeah, Hopefully, see you this time next week, as per usual. We're always just chatting and chilling. Why did I go a bit sort of like sort of? We're always just chatting and chilling. Welcome to the Sarcastic Sloth channel. um, okay, so everyone's saying goodnight to Dev. I haven't, Shayna. Have you all seen the Dresden Files? No, I have not. I've heard of it, but I haven't actually seen it. I can't put my finger on it either, um, which will drive me mad because I'll have to look it up after the stream. uh, Angelo, watching Lord of the Rings is a Christmas tradition. Yeah, you got. I mean, it's just one of those ones. I mean, I think Harry Potter here is a bit more of a Christmas tradition, just because it's always on the TV anyway. Um, but yeah, Lord of the Rings is a tradition for me. I have to watch it at least that like all the way through, at least a movie a day. I've done it before where I started like the extended edition, Lord of the Fellowship of the Ring, and done it all in a day. So I remember like I had my day off, and the people was living with at the time were like, "Oh bloody hell, you're up early," and I was like, "Fucking!" And by the end of the day, and obviously I was getting blazed the whole time. I was just like, "Do you know what, man? I think that's like the best trilogy of all time." Like when they came back in, it's like, you know, no other fucking set of movies makes me feel that way, man. you know, it's I love it. I think probably my favorite singular movie to sort of get me feeling all of the emotions um, would be Forrest Gump. But like Lord of the Rings is the one to make me feel good and to make me feel like, hey, not everyone's a bastard, and some people, there are some Samwise Gamgees out there. You know what I mean? There are some people who just want to do the right thing. Um, Potatoes. I love the extended editions of Lord of the Rings stuff. I wish the this always gets me, the Silmarillion, Silmarillion. That must be it. Silmarillion. The Silmarillion was filmable. Yes, and pronounceable. No, yeah, that would be cool. I would love it if they actually did that. I thought they were going to do it for a long time, but yeah, it looks doubtful at this point. Shayna, I like horror, rom-coms, comedies in general. I love horror movies, lol. Yeah, I do love myself some horror movies. I'm not as big on them as I used to be, as in like I used to watch them quite a lot. But I do like to go through I'll go through like a spate where I'll watch like a bunch of them. Like I'll watch all of the Nightmare on Elm Streets like just in one go, and all of the Halloweens and all of the Children of the Corns for my sins, and all of the Hellraisers and all of that kind of shit. Um, I'm not that good, up to spec with like more recent ones. Um, I did like Get Out though. I thought that was fucking sick, man. Like I was really freaky. I think that's what I like. I like the sort of like for modern ones. I like the freakier aspect, like A Tale of Two Sisters. Like, do you know how like on Friends, like Joey has to put like the book in the freezer because it like freaks him out too much? I get that sort of feeling with A Tale of Two Sisters, where I have to like psych myself up to watch that because then like I don't know if I want to look in the cupboard afterwards. Do you know what I mean? Because there might be some heinous shit in there. Um, but yeah, I do love myself some horror movies. Rom-coms, if they're done really well, can be pretty good, to be fair. And comedies in general, yeah, it depends. I mean, like one of my favorite ones that I was talking about recently, I really like Stranger Than Fiction, although I guess you couldn't really count that as like an all-out comedy, but it does have Will Ferrell in it, and I like it because he's not doing Will Ferrell stuff. Don't get me wrong, I like Talladega Goodnights, I like Step Brothers and all of that kind of stuff, but you got to understand, I was a massive stoner. I've watched the fuck out of those movies, so they're not a surprise to me anymore. So when you see something like Stranger Than Fiction and Will Ferrell is actually acting, as opposed to just being Will Ferrell, and that doesn't work out for him anymore. Um, just doing that sort of goofy shit because that Holmes and Watson thing that he did just looked awful. I didn't even watch that. The trailer looked diabolical. Um, but yeah, Stranger Than Fiction is one that I definitely recommend. Another one that's sort of comedy, but just like a really solid film is Little Miss Sunshine. I really like that too. Um, but yeah, tons of movies. That's the thing with me. Once I start, I won't stop. Now I'm curious about Terrence's voice. Um, yeah, don't start using a voice modulator, Terrence, man. I'll never forgive you, dude. Shayna, I like a good love story. Yeah, so yeah, like Dan in Real Life, I really like. I think that's a solid movie. Um, but it doesn't necessarily. It's not like a huge movie or anything like that. It wasn't like massive at the time, but I knew I was going to like that before it came out because it's that kind of sort of indie feel movie that I like as long as it's done solidly and well. Garden State's a good one too. Yeah, it's tons of shit. I'll just start reading off stuff at this point in books as well as in movies. Yeah, absolutely, Shayna. Absolutely agree with you there. Shanoa, I've been to the one in Florida. It was fucking amazing. I want to go to the set tour in London. I've not been to that one myself, actually, funnily enough. It's the one in Florida that I've been to in Universal. And yeah, it was nuts. I do just, I do just love those theme parks, though. I'll be flat out honest. I know it's like terribly commercial and all of that, but it's not like I go there every fucking year. It's like once every decade. So, you know, I think it's fair enough. Um, Shayna, during Christmas, I watch Nightmare Before Christmas. Of course you do, because you have taste. And Nightmare Before Christmas is amazing. I love it. I like sort of Tim Burton-y creepy stuff. I know it's not strictly a Tim Burton film, but it's the guy who animated. Um, I think it is anyway. Nightmare Before Christmas is Coraline. I know a bunch of people shout on that movie, but I liked it. Um, I watch Christmas movies in February for pizzazz. I like that. Well, because at that point you've already. Here's the thing that like people used to, I used to be a bit like down on Christmas when I was younger, because it's so fucking commercial, man, and it's all just like fucking shit, and and I got to a point where I was like, listen, it's just an excuse for people to be nice to each other, even if it's like a surface level, or at least pretend to be. It's just an excuse for people to be nice to each other, or just to have a nice time, for like some brightness, to be in the middle of what is the shittest like period of the year, which is winter, and everything's dark, and it gets dark at 4, and everything just is just grim, like just raining all the time. Um, so yeah, I'm not down on Christmas anymore. Like, I'm not like obsessed with it like some people do sometimes. Like, they get really like crazily into it. But yeah, it's all about having fun at the end of the day. Because it certainly isn't about the fucking religious stuff anymore. Shayna, also during Halloween, yeah, you got to watch it during Halloween, and any other time of the year, really. Natasha, just go back into Bruce's streams and you will find his voice at Devon. Yeah, it's. I'm not that curious, I'll be honest. Terrence, it's a hell of a hard read, but it's easily my favorite book. I love the Halloween series, except the Rob Zombie versions. I haven't actually seen those. I thought they would have been decent, actually, because I do like House of a Thousand Corpses and all the rest of them. Actually, I haven't seen the third one in that trilogy, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the Halloween movies, apart from three was shit, man. I thought that was fucking bunk. Um, Devon, I'm sorry. Natasha, I constantly forget who's Bruce. Bruce Allen, Terrence, um, Devin, Bruce, Drama Channel, and Super Orsic guy. Awesome. I like those psychological thrillers too. Yeah, Seven is one of my favorites. I absolutely love Seven. Obviously, if you're going to say Seven, you might as well say Fight Club too. Um, but I really like Seven. Zodiac, love Zodiac. I love anything like that because I watch a lot of you know like true crime type stuff, I guess. Like I love Homicide Hunter. That's a wicked show. Um, and Forensic Files. That's another one that I'm fully into. But they stopped doing that on Netflix because I don't know, they're bastards or something like that. Terrence, Natasha had to run back to the other room because the Dead by Daylight game started, of course. Um, she's always doing that. It's the funniest thing. Like she's like, I'm gonna go for a cigarette, and then like a minute later, it's like lobby. It's like, what do? You just go like, no problem. Uh, Terence, I'm gonna run. I need some food. Good night, Sloth. Good night, everyone. Remember to thumbs up the live. Well, thank you. You're doing a mod job already. There we go. Devin, good night, Terence. Have you seen the movie Annihilation? I haven't actually. I haven't. I really want to. I really want to, but for some reason that passed me by at the time. I think it's because um, I like watching movies and stuff um, with people. So some movies, if I think it's going to be really good, then I'll save it. Um, the trouble with that is it's like there's not been too many people to watch stuff with recently, obviously, and then before that, like say like if I had I like showing if mates come around here because it's not very often because it is my parents' house that I'm living at the moment. Um, if they come over, then I tend to want to show them random documentaries that I've managed to find because I find some random fucking documentaries, man. Um, like, is it like the Weird and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia? That's a weird documentary. It's about this family who don't have a lot of teeth between them, but like it's like they're sort of like this outlaw family, um, and like they're sort of known throughout the state for just all of this craziness that they get up to, and they're not people to like aspire to want to be or anything like that. But it's a lot like like has anyone seen Louis Theroux? Do you guys watch that over there? I'm not sure um, if that's made it over there. I'm sure he has to some degree because he does cover a lot of American stuff because there's a lot of weird shit over there, funnily enough. Like is it the Westboro Baptist Church? Is that that's how they're the ones that like scream at the dead soldier funerals and call them all sorts of names that I probably shouldn't be saying on YouTube, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, Louis Theroux is awesome, but yeah, it's like basically a really long Louis Theroux without the Louis Theroux because you're just watching this family and you're like, what the fuck, dude? These people live like this, man. And then this other one, which is one of the weirdest, most mind-bending documentaries where you recommend people to watch it and they're like, I don't know, man, that sounds pretty fucking sketchy. And you're like, no, seriously, but they won't watch it on their own. So you've got to watch it with them. And that is a documentary called Tickled. And it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I think it's like in terms of documentaries, it's got to be the weirdest documentary I've ever seen in my life, ever. Um, I don't even want to explain it because if I do, then it will ruin it. But it's just that it starts off as one thing, and then it ends up being something completely different, like almost on an international scale. It is sketchy, man. Tickled. That one that I told you about the other night, Shanoa. um, or last night I think it was. It is so weird. I mean, it starts off weird and it gets even weirder, and it's just bonkers, man. It's so bonkers. I just, but that's the thing. If I even go into it, I'm ruining it for you. I can't ruin it for you. You have to watch it. Um, but yeah, let's have a look here now. I need to catch up. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Be right back. Reading the kiddos a bedtime book. Okay, cool. Yes, yes, I do. Is that a problem? I actually managed to smoke a full one this time. Okay, there we go. No, it's not a problem. I used to smoke for fucking years, Natasha, and I know the drill. That's why I was able to mime it. But yeah, I used to do that on smoke breaks all the time. Oh shit, we got to go back in, have we? Okay. um, I love Natalie Portman. Oh yeah, in Annihilation. She's awesome. Like I remember her being in Leon. Um, or I think another name for it's Le Professionnel. Like it's like my terrible French accent, but yeah, Leon's a sick movie, man. Um, but yeah, she's been around for a long fucking time, and she's been consistent throughout. That's the really cool thing about Natalie Portman. Um, Solid actor. Shanoa, okay, that was a short ass book. Okay, I think I think it's a good movie. I'd recommend. I'll definitely watch it. Definitely. Well, when I get my Netflix back, I'll definitely watch it because I know it's on Netflix, isn't it? Shanoa, what? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tickled. I already read that bit. Cactus Rosie, you need to watch that with me. Yeah, I'm like I did that with someone and Catfish when I first got onto Twitter. I met someone who was like a friend of a friend. I can't remember how we got talking, and for some reason it came up and they were like, "Oh," they said, "Oh yeah, I've watched like Catfish, the TV show." I was like, "Well, it hasn't got shit on the movie. Like, I like the TV show, but it hasn't got a patch on the movie whatsoever." And and she was like, "I've never seen it." I was like, "What did you just say to me out loud? Like, that's crazy, man. Like, you can't have not seen Catfish the movie, but you watch Catfish the series. Catfish the movie is so much better. It's even so much weirder, man." And and then yeah, so like I think they rented it or whatever, and I have it on my computer anyway, just ready to go. And I was like, right, I have to like put it on at exactly the same time, and then we were watching, and it's like, oh my god, like, do you see the bit? Like, yeah, no, I know, it's fucking crazy, man. Oh my god, can you believe they're doing this? Oh, that house is fucking weird. It was good, man. So yeah, Cactus Rosie, if you add me on Twitter, Sarcastic Sloth YT, then yeah, I'll happily watch Tickled with you, because it is one of those ones that you need someone to go like, what? What is going on right now? This is mental. And then someone to just go, I know, keep watching. Yeah. um, I am halfway through it. Yeah, you can't explain it. You're halfway through it. Oh my god. We need to talk when you finish watching it, Shanoa. Like, it's ridiculous. RP PP, hi, hello. I'll call you. Oh no, RRPP, not RPPP. What? I don't know. That's like some kind of R2D2 malarkey that I said. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Sure, it's like when people say they watch Buffy the show, but they haven't seen the movie. Um, yeah, that's yeah. I mean, they're nothing similar whatsoever. But yeah, I get what you mean. Um, the guy is cute. What? Neve off Catfish? I guess so. Shanoa, yeah, he is cute. Devon, there's a Buffy movie. Yeah, yeah. So, um, it's like it's not with Sarah Michelle Gellar and all of that kind of thing. It's not got any of those guys in. Apparently, Xander from Buffy is like proper. I think he's gone off the fucking rails, man. Like, which is kind of sad, really, I guess. But yeah, I saw a picture of him and he looked like shit the other day. Um, it's always a shame when that happens, isn't it? Because he probably got a fair amount of TV money from that, and he still probably gets circulation money as well, I would imagine. I love Buffy. Yeah, Buffy is the one. I love that shit. Pre-Dawn era is the best era, I think, and then after that, it's yeah, Dawn's just really whingy, isn't she? Though, like that's the thing. It's just a bit like, um, I don't like you anymore, Devin. So rude. Devin, I'm sorry, Shanoa. I haven't watched either the show or the movie. You haven't watched the show? What the fuck, dude? I don't know what to say. Oh my life, that is wild. Shanoa, the show is a continuation of the movie, though. Yeah, but it hasn't got Sarah Michelle Gellar in it, so it's not the same thing. It's not. It is a continuation for sure, but because they move and yeah, it is a continuation, but it's it's definitely not the same thing for sure. Um, but the movie came out in the late 80s or early 90s. I'd say early 90s. Actually, no, Buffy was early 90s too. I don't know. Um, though, so it could have been with a different cast. To be a different cast would have to be a different cast. Oh yeah, definitely. Why can't I read? Oh, it's because it's gotten to 2:30 now, and I'm starting to lag, so I'll probably have to wrap this up soon enough. Um, oh, what the fuck? I won't mind if you take your shirt off. Okay. um, Not that kind of stream, I'm afraid. No harassment. Yeah, it's yeah, okay. They're supposed to be making a new one. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, okay. RP, lol. Shayna, there. Yes, Shayna, he had he has an alcohol problem, but he's aware of it and I think struggles with it a lot. Xander. Okay, I think you're talking about me then. Yeah, yeah, it's just a shame. I think maybe when it's like that case of, he's on one of those shows that like everyone knew, or one if you were around at that time anyway, like everyone knew that show. That was like a sort of staple for a lot of people, and everyone knows who you are. Hey, it's fucking Xander. And then there comes a point where just no one cares really. And I think that could be a lot for a lot of actors to sort of get their head round. I think, Chandler from Friends had this sort of similar problem, didn't he? Where, especially when you're like the funny guy, it's, I think it can be it can mess you up a bit. I'm keeping my eye on. Okay, Devin, watch them closely. Okay, what is going on? Shayna, movie was 92, show was 97, 2003. Was it 97? Was it only 97 to 2003 as well? I felt like it was on for like fucking so much longer than that. 97, Jesus Christ. It looks like it's like the early 90s as well. But yeah, I didn't think the movie was late 80s. That'd be a bit weird. Shanoa, well, I'm not saying I would hate a shirtless Sloth, okay, but it's not that type of stream, Dan. No, it is not. But okay, I think this is getting wild now. Okay, well, seeing as it's 2:30, I've been on for nearly 2.5 hours. I'm starting to lag, and the thirst is pretty real from the looks of it. I'm gonna wrap up here, guys. But I've had a good stream. I hope you have too. I'm gonna. I keep saying this. Don't make promises you can't keep. I was gonna say I'm gonna try and do my video this week, I am actually, because I'm also working out. So I'm trying to like get things in place where it is a case of trying to get the motivation and the energy. Um, but yeah, like I'll get on it. I've got to do it for Thuman, if anything, because I did actually say I went out of my way to message her to ask her if it was okay to do the video. So it'd be pretty fucking rude that I haven't really, to be honest, isn't it? So um, it's only pretend this. I know it is. You should know. But yes, go to sleep. Yeah, I need to. Mondays, obviously stay up later for the stream and everything, but the rest of the week I'm trying to get it a bit more in order, somewhat. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I've had fun. I hope you have too. Um, if you're new and you haven't got me on Twitter, add me on Twitter. I think I'm the only one on there, but if you need the it's at the Sarky Sloth YT. Um, Otherwise, it's just type in the Sarcastic Sloth and it's the one with my face on it. But it's the easy way, really. But yeah, otherwise, I hope you have a good time and a lovely week. Ta